it's appropriate that I play You Ought to Be in Pictures on this piano because in February 1934 the song was copyrighted and it became a very successful song, and the composer was Dana Suesse, who bought this piano in August of that year. And I'm sure You Ought to Be in Pictures helped her to pay for this piano. The legend that she and her lyricist Edward Heyman used to tell was that they were bragging to their publisher, which was Harms at the time, that they could churn out a song in 15 minutes. So on a dare, the publisher said, well, go ahead and prove it. You kids think you're so smart. And so they say they went into one of the rehearsal rooms and came out 15 minutes later with this song. As I look at you, a thought goes through my mind. What a marvelous find you to make upon the screen. I am proud that I have you right by my side, but I'd be satisfied to share you with the public to be seen. You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see. You ought to be in pictures. Oh, what a hit you would be. Your voice would thrill a nation. Your face would be adored. You'd make a great sensation with wealth and fame, your reward. And if you should kiss the way you kiss when we are all alone, you'd make every girl and man a fan worshipping at your throne. You ought to shine as brightly as Jupiter and Mars. You ought to be in pictures, my star of stars. As a Crawford, like Davies you are gay. You surely should be offered a starring part right away. You're sweet as a Gainer and you're as hot as the gal named West. You'd surely make Garbo jealous if you took a movie test. You ought to dress like Tashman and ride in motor cars. You ought to be in pictures, my star of stars. You're handsome as a Gable. You're healthy as a Mix. You surely should be able to photograph like a Dix. You surely should sing like Bing in a way that is nonchalant. You've got more than Barrymore, and what more could a person want? You ought to dress like Powell and ride in sporty cars. You ought to be in pictures, my star of stars.